It depends, because some cows are not hygienic enough. They are not treated in the
right way.
In the right way. So if human beings consume them, they get sick or like illness.
Well, I think it's more to do with the fact that they don't want to be there in the first place. So these cows wouldn't choose to get forcefully impregnated to produce milk if they had a choice. You know what I mean? So go over here a bit. Sorry. Carry on. So there's a lot of footage and information that is hidden from the public about dairy and meat, but we'll just talk about dairy. So 90%, 95% of people will probably drink dairy, won't they? Milk, cheese, all that. We are funding misery to cows, basically. What do you think about that? Do you think that you just haven't got an opinion because you don't see it, or do you want to see some footage? It's not like 500 years ago where you need to survive and you need a bit of cow's milk to carry on your journey, you know what I mean? What do you think?
I think it's nutritious.
It also comes with a lot of other nasty stuff as well, like pus, and cows are fed antibiotics and things like that.
What's your narrative about?
What's this about?
Yes.
To stop cows from getting raped. Shall I show you some footage so you can have a look? Do you want to see some footage? And what you think about it? Because obviously not many people, we just grow up and we just get fed it, don't we? We don't make our own mind up. So that's not a cow, but let's pretend it is, because it happens the same. So there's a goat, and it's getting you can see that it's getting hit. These are speaking to us, man, and they're saying we don't want this. We don't want nothing to do with this. Here's another animal. Look, we've got an animal getting pinned down. These animals, they don't want this, man. Like, we're just abusing them. Look at pig abuse. They've got nothing left to give. We chop them into pieces and eat them. We put them on a burger.
I think everybody, like humans and animals, they are required to be treated fairly.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm actually against this too.
Yeah.
Animals being treated unfairly.
Of course, man. This is the point. So, but when people buy these products, they don't realise what goes on behind the scenes. Artificially inseminated. The reason they're doing that is so it gets pregnant, so it produces a baby, so that it produces milk, so we can drink the milk.
And this is normalised.
Normalised in this is across the world. This is in the UK. This is in all the European countries.
So if your milk is coming from there, why do you have to maltreat them before you milk them out?
We're saying just leave them. Don't do it. We're saying, look, you can have soy milk. You can not have milk. That's option number one, is don't have milk.
Soy milk is even more nutritional.
Well,
it's even more nutritional. Soy milk. It's
soy
more
milk's good for you
than cow milk.
I believe so, yeah. I've seen a lot of good things about soy milk. Oat milk is not as good, but it's better than raping a cow. You've got rice milk, you've got almond milk, you've got all these different milks. Even if there were no substitutes, I just wouldn't drink milk, you know what I mean? It's for you. So there is a cow. It's lying on the floor, gasping for its life, in pain. Now that milk is coming out of the nipple, or the teat, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to go into a big container, split up into litres and get sold to people like us. You know what I mean?
I think there's a difference between, our scale of production, or is there something like principally wrong with drinking milk?
I think that there's humane ways of doing it, and obviously when you're doing it on a mass scale, it makes it a lot less humane. But I mean, like, organic farmers and stuff like that definitely don't do it in that way. And I mean, I know, like, my grandfather's a farmer, and I've seen him milk a cow, and it's definitely not as painful as that looks. And I think that's just because it's on a mass scale. And the industry.
This is the problem, yeah. So we don't. Not everyone lives on your granddad's farm, do they? So like, obviously everyone buys from Tesco, Asda, Lidl, Aldi. We buy from shops. It all comes from factory farms. 90% in this country, 85 to 90%, it comes from factory farms. Even if it didn't, even if I had my own farm, you had your own farm, every day you woke up and started milking a cow, I find that a bit strange and a bit cruel to the cow. You know what I mean? So even if it wasn't for factory farms, do you still think it's a bit weird?
I think it's natural. It's something natural. They produce milk.
How could I blame someone if you saw it's in Tesco, it's in Morrison, stuff like that? If it's easily accessible and it's the norm, then how can I blame someone for accessing that?
That cow is linked up to a milk machine. Mate, that cow's got nothing left, man. That cow is in serious pain, and we've milked it just so we can put that in a drink. Mate, it's horrible, man. Look at it gasping for breath, look, gasping. That's pain, that is. That means it's in pain. There's a victim and there's an oppressor. We're saying it's all the same. This comes under rape and abuse. We need to stop it, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's like a chicken eating an egg. You wouldn't not eat the egg because the chicken ate it. It's there. It's a natural
No, because when you buy a product, they then replace it. It's supply and demand in it. So it's not like it's just there and then you have it. It's like you buy it, you give them your money, they take that money and then put it back into the industry. You know what I mean? And they produce more.
Alternative for solving the issue.
What's that?
Like, what's the alternative for solving the issue?
You can drink soy milk, you can drink oat milk, you can not fund cows getting raped and impregnated just so they can have a baby.
You're a ban on like milk, like cow's milk as a whole. Like,
Yeah, of course, man. Because
Teaching it to people.
yeah, man, and showing people the truth, and this is the truth.
No. This is the right thing to do. To just avoid milking them or maltreating them in any way.
Yeah. Do you think in the future you'll remember stuff like this?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, look at that man chasing after the baby.
Oh,
It's
the
grim, man.
baby is taken away.
even if it's like morally sourced.
You
Like,
could-
for
you-
example, her grandfather owned a cow.
That would be at the back of my priorities, you know what I mean? But the 90% of the problem is people buying from, you know, I'm not saying that I agree with people milking cows at all. You know what I mean? I think we should just leave cows alone, but the big problem is 90%, whatever it is. Everyone here is buying milk from cows that are mass-produced, like the milk is mass-produced. You can only get it from raping cows. So every time you buy a milk product, it comes from a cow that's been raped. Do you think you'll think differently in the future?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Good to meet you, man. Take it easy, man. No, it's just whether you are accepting of it, you know, it's whether you look at it and go, that's horrible, or whether you think, oh, I'm still going to do it, or...
I'm guessing you see like cows as like, you know, a natural being that, you know, we shouldn't disturb and shouldn't like
Yeah, of
destroy
course.
the process of.
Yeah.
I mean, can I make the same argument for if you like say for soy milk, like am I not just disturbing a natural process, a natural living thing?
Yeah, well, what you got to understand is, it's like humans have got to eat something, and we've got to survive. You know what I mean? We just on this earth. We need crops. Are you saying like crop deaths, like things die in crop production and stuff? Yeah. So like, you know, if you ate chips and I ate chips, a bug might have died, or you know, something like that. You can't be perfect, but I just don't think that gives us the right to then violate cows, pigs, chickens, turkeys, goats. It doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? Because then where does the line stop? It's like, can I abuse a dog? Can I abuse a cat? Can I skin a horse? You know what I mean? Like, where does the line end? You know what I mean? It's only because we've been told that being, you know, cruel to a dog or a cat is wrong, but someone has told us that it's okay to do it to a pig and a cow and a chicken. Is that why? Just because it tastes good? That's the only
Surely
reason.
I don't solve the main issue, like, because surely production would just like move to mass producing soy milk, like, you know, overcropping.
No, the reason why is because the vast majority of crops in the world are fed to animals so that they then get chopped into pieces and feed the public. So the majority of it is fed to animals. It would actually cut out a lot of the crop farming and the deaths. So it would result in less deaths, you know what I mean? There's no point me going up to a heartless person going, look at that, and they go, oh, that's fine. Because it's not fine, because they're raping cows, you know what I mean? So it's like, you've got to kind of make a decision, like look at it and go, do I really want to put that cow through misery? And I know you might laugh and go, it's a cow, but that's the same as a dog, a cat, a human. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, tall, thin, fat.
So is it the mass production that you have a problem with, or is it the in general drinking?
Well, let me ask you: if I put you in the victim's position, and you were in a factory farm or in a farm, and you still had to get impregnated and had your kids stolen and things like that,
Well, like
you would still be
impregnation-
unhappy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but like impregnation is like a natural process.
It is, but not when the farmer does it.
Yeah, but like if we're saying, okay, so we won't mass produce this and let the process happen naturally, then the milk will come to us anyways.
We can't feed 8 billion people that way, man. It's just it's literally impossible. You know, if there was 100 people on the earth with like 10 cows, then it's possible. You know what I mean? But even then, I still think that's a bit weird to be doing what we do to cows to take their milk. You know what I mean? It's simple. If I had like a puppy farm in my garden, and you were my next door neighbour, and you looked out your window, and I had like 30 dogs, and I was impregnating them and taking their milk that is intended for their babies, you'd call the police and I'd be arrested for abusing dogs, you know what I mean? That's all we're doing to these cows, man. But
So
no one knows.
All production of cow milk you think is abuse?
All of it, man, yeah. Especially in this day and age with so many people.
What's your view of the future then? Like, what do you intend?
Just to stop abusing animals, man. Like, if you're the type of person who would think it's bad to abuse a dog, we should not be abusing cows. Like, it's just an extension of morals, you know what I mean? It's like me going, I'm only going to be racist to these people, but I'm not going to be racist to them people. You know, it doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? Do you think you'd ever look at it differently and, you know, think about...
I understand your line of
I think
argument.
there's arguments
I just
for
feel-
both sides of it.
yeah.
I don't think we will.
Give me one argument for...
I haven't personally researched this.
Yeah, I haven't
I'm not,
personally
like-
researched this, but I
Yeah.
understand your line of argument. But at the end
understand.
of the day,
That's what we're here for, man, to educate and...
if it's the norm, then
Yeah.
It's the norm. Like, I mean, there's not much that
Of course, you can change the norm,
But in certain
what you're-
countries, the
what
norm
you're
is to stone
arguing-
people to death.
No, but
Yeah.
what you're arguing is that you want the cancel of all cow's milk, but even the. But
Yeah.
I agree with you on the production standpoint.
I do- yeah,
think
that's
it's
what
all
I
I think it's mass produced, but
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
I don't personally see a problem with
if I have a cow, if I
Like-
own a
If
cow
I own
and
a
it
cow and I
naturally
decide to milk
produces,
it,
Yeah.
then
Like-
yeah.
it's just,
Yeah, but you don't, do you?
But if I did,
that's
then
like-
I
You
could- then you can't then criticize them for drinking cow's milk.
What's that, sorry?
You can't then criticize them for drinking cow's milk.
Would you criticise? Would you?
Really wrong.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
No, it's so bad.
What are you on about?
No, it says breastfeeding from babies.
No.
Breastfeed my
We was on
four-
about cows.
My 4